believe truly that everybody wants to get rich, but nobody wants to do what actually will make you rich in the future. Because the real path to wealth, it's very boring. It's very quiet. It's very unimpressive. Behind the scenes, daily, it's unrewarding at first. Getting rich isn't a movie montage. It looks more like watching paint dry. And that's why most people never really try to do it. Today, I'm going to break down to you why getting rich is boring, but it's absolutely possible if you understand how the game really works. People think wealth is excitement, but truly it's not. Most people associate money with, flashy lifestyles, dramatic success stories, overnight wins, some viral moments in there, of course, risky plays, get rich quick kind of vibes, you know what I mean? But real wealth, it's slow, it's predictable, it's repetitive, it's routine driven. It's setting up automatic deposits. It's buying the same ETF for 10 years straight. And I feel like in our generation, people's like attention spans are kind of cooked. So like 10 years sounds like forever, but that's really just the beginning. I feel like it's investing when you're bored. It's skipping hype and choosing discipline over time. Getting rich isn't exciting while you're doing it. It's only exciting after you did it. After you're like, yeah, I did that. And you just see the money. You see all that hard work that you built up. But it is true that your brain does crave instant results. Time and time again, your brain wants dopamine, something that feels rewarding right now. But wealth tends to work on opposite timelines. You put in effort today, sometimes you don't see the result for years. But most people tend to quit because they can't handle that delayed gratification. Because, like I said, we're cooked. um, they want the crypto moonshots. They want the trading wins. They want the lottery luck. They want to hit high on these sites like Rainbet or whatever it's called. Um, Big flips, overnight fame. But the people who actually get rich, they pick the boring route, the consistent route, the long term route, and that's why they win over time. And that's why you're so shocked because you're like, how did you do it? And it was just all consistency because they're not relying on dopamine. They're relying on their discipline of doing it, waking up and doing it over again, waking up and doing it over again. The wealthy play a different type of game. You think people who are rich are special? I genuinely don't. They just understand something that most people tend to ignore from day to day. Money compounds over time, not just financially, but in habits and skills, health, networking and knowledge. And they don't try to get rich fast, but they just try to not stay broke forever. If you kind of what I'm saying, get what I'm putting down. They invest in the same boring amount every week, every day maybe. They avoid a lifestyle creep. They buy assets and not flexes. Like what, like some watches maybe, or chains, or whatever. Cars maybe too. Uh, they control their emotions. They focus on increasing their earnings. They automate their finances. They stay consistent. They stay patient. They stay very low key. You have to stay chill. You have to not be a panic seller when it comes to things at times too in the market. They don't chase excitement, but they chase progress. And there's a very high difference in that. Very key difference. The boring habits that actually build wealth over time though, I'll lay them out for you. Investing the same amount every week, and I've said this I think twice already. Whether it's $10 into SCHD, whether it's $20 into Bitcoin, whether it's you know, what I'm saying, whatever into what, um, whatever it's 100 into your Roth at least a week or something. The consistency beats every guru strategy. Living below your means quietly is also another one. You don't want to flex. You don't want to ego spend on things. You don't want to buy things to impress people, realistically. The wealthy don't look rich while they're building it. They look stable. They look like they're just relaxing, calm. Having multiple income streams is also another very important one. Not just 20 side hustles, just 2 to 3 reliable ones. Keep it more manageable, because the more things you take on, the more spread your focus is, the more distracted you'll be. It'll be a lot harder to really, you know, hone in on a specific thing and really grow it. Your YouTube channel, your job, your marketplace reselling, wherever you're selling it at. Um, Small investments, slowly but forever stacking. You just gotta think about it. Staying in the game longer than everyone else. People fail because they stop. Markets drop, they panic. Markets rise, they get FOMO. You know, like, they don't see their videos doing well, they stop making videos. Real wealth is simple. Stay in the game longer than the quitters. It's that simple. You also gonna want to ignore social pressure. The pressure to buy a new car, the pressure to move out too early, the pressure to go out every weekend, the pressure to flex for social media. The rich avoid all of this. But the real flex is financial freedom. That's the most amazing one. Not appearance, not the appearance stuff that you are free financially, but the reason it's possible for you, though. You don't need to be lucky to get rich. You need to be consistent. You don't need a 6 figure job. You don't need a trust fund. You don't need insane intelligence. You don't need a crazy business idea. You don't need perfect timing. You don't need a massive risk. What you do need is discipline, patience, a plan, investing early and often, spending less than you earn, living below your means, really, like investing or increasing your income slowly, repeating this for years, just going all in on everything. That's it. And if even if you invest $10 to $20 a day and you do it for your 20s and 30s, you will be wealthy. Like, you will. If you pick the right things, you will be wealthy. Just do your research. It's mathematically impossible to fail with consistency and time. The problem isn't ability, it's boredom. People stop because the results are invisible at the beginning. So, how do you get rich? Let me lay it out for you, just in case you forgot. It's a very boring blueprint. Build your income first. More income, more to invest. Work, side hustle, content, skills, stack. Boom. Automate your investing. Don't think, don't time the market, just auto deposit it in there. It was never even yours. It's just gone. Just think of it like that. Buy assets every week. Bitcoin, ETFs, a dividend stock, index funds, whatever it is, but stay consistent with it. Keep your lifestyle low while your income grows. This is where most people fail. They get a raise and instantly they increase their lifestyle. They increase their expenses. Don't do that. Live like you're still poor, broke. Invest like you're wealthy. Focus on time, not your intensity. You don't need to go hard. You need to go long. Pause. That wasn't so AO, but listen to me. Getting rich isn't a movie scene. It's not fast. It's not dramatic. It's not loud. It's very boring. It's very repetitive. It's consistency when nobody's watching. It's choosing the long term over the short term. It's building a life slowly instead of faking one quickly. It's stacking habits until they stack wealth. And anyone can do it. It's not rocket science. Most people won't, though. because boring isn't fun. But the truth is, boring builds freedom. Boring builds wealth. Boring builds the life that everyone envies. In the moment you embrace that, getting rich becomes not just possible, but literally inevitable. Thank you for listening. Like, comment, subscribe. I appreciate you.